Hi, friends. My name is Melanie Turnauer, and I am the president of the Power in Me Conference. I am here today to share a little bit with you about who we are as we present our application to receive a grant from your organization. First off, thank you for taking the time to hear and see this video, whichever it may be, and thank you for reviewing the application. Our organization does have a governing board. We have a president, which is myself, Melanie Turnauer, and my husband is the vice president. His name is Chad Turnauer. Our secretary is Christina Kearns, and our treasurer is Melissa Turnmeyer. We have incorporated with the state of Missouri. We have our FEIN number from the IRS, and we have submitted our application for 501c3 status to the IRS, and we eagerly await a response from them in approving our application. We have established a bank account, a mission statement, and objectives for our organization. We have an email address, powerinmeconference@gmail.com, a website, www.powerinmeconference.com, and we have a Facebook page of the same name. We have established a phone number, 660-676-7437. We also have the ability to receive payments and money transactions via PayPal. And so we have organized in that regard and ironed out almost all of those details, which we're excited about. The Power in Me conference came about in 2013 when we discovered a need for specific topics in the areas of spiritual discipline, physical discipline, and self-control, specifically in regards to young ladies. So we held our first conference in March of 2014. Since then, we've had two more conferences in 2018 and 2019. The first conference, we had around 60 attendees with volunteers, and then it grew to around 100 in 2018, and then over 100 in 2019. So we're very excited about the growth we have seen and the response from the public about the topics that we are covering. Yes, we did start out with just a young ladies conference, but based upon the surveys, we have expanded our focus to also incorporating a young men's conference. And that first young men's conference will happen Sunday, September the 8th, 2019 here in Macon County. And we work to establish the type of interactive event that we're going to have at that conference. We're very excited about it. So the Power in Me conference, what is that layout? What does it look like at a conference? It takes place over the course of about 4.5 hours. And the layout is we have a welcome and an introduction period at the very beginning. We have a worship time with a band or musical options. And then we have a featured devotional motivational speaker. At the end of that motivational speaker, we do incorporate a spiritual call to salvation, which is brought by one of our Power in Me staff, and typically that has been myself. Then we move into an inspirational time, motivational time with a fitness influencer, and the fitness influencer will share different tips and tricks about how to stay healthy, cheap ways and accessible ways for our rural youth to be able to stay healthy and get active, so that it doesn't cost them a lot of money. Give them some ideas and encourage them in that area. Then we move into a break where we have some music going on in the background, and our attendees can go and visit our resource booths that we have on site. This was an added feature at this year's conference, and we had some really positive feedback. Our resource booths include essential oils, the fitness influencer, a hippotherapy booth, which is horse therapy, and a Christian counselor. Now, you might ask, what are these resource booths for? The resource booths are to help individuals find healthy and safe alternatives to drug and alcohol usage. We find and are seeing trends in our society that depression and the usage of antidepressants is at an all-time high, including among people in the Christian faith. And so we are trying to educate and show individuals just healthy outlets to take care of some of those things going on in our everyday living. And we're sharing the training and the education that we have learned outside of these restricted rural parts. And we're trying to bring that information in to them and be of service to them and encourage and be a light around us. And that is what those booths are for. The individuals really had a great time visiting those booths, talking, getting contact information to follow up after the conference, and we were really excited to hear about that feedback. So then after the resource booth break, we go into a fashion show, which has been really successful. The youth are able to visit Maurice's prior to the event. We have selected about 10 to 15 models, depending on the conference year. And they present the clothing that they picked up from Maurice's, and which is on loan from Maurice's, and they display and exhibit the fashions. So in this fashion show time, we're showing young ladies how to be confident, professional, and appropriate in whatever setting they're in for their life. And we just want to show them positive ways of presenting their image to those around them. And providing that education, we hope that we help them be more confident in their everyday living. So after the fashion show, we have an etiquette speaker and a catered meal. And so this is something that people may not hear a lot about, but we, based upon, again, trends and experiences that some of us in our staff have had experience with, we wanted to bring this piece to these rural youth. And so someone will share, what are place settings, what is a particular utensil for, or a glass or a plate, and how is it incorporated to the timing of the meal, and just general information about that. Nothing too heavy, but just educating them again. And so we also have a wonderful meal provided by Coal Miner's Daughter in the past, and it's been delicious. Everyone's enjoyed it, and it's a really good time of fellowship and learning. After we get through with the etiquette and the eating, we go back to a final praise and worship time with a band. This year it was a band called Adelaide out of Southeast Missouri. They're amazing. They have been on tour with some national acts, and they were just a really awesome addition to this year's conference. We look forward to having them back at next year's Girls Power and Me conference in 2020. So at the end of that, we are able to send home information with the individuals, chaperones, parents, youth leaders, youth ministers, and we provide access to them so they can have someone to follow up with after they go home. We want these youth to know that they can reach out to us via Facebook, email, website, contact platform. We want them to know that we're there and are willing to encourage them if they should have problems in the future. And we look forward to connecting them with proper resources as well. That's a little bit about the flow of the conference. We focus on spiritual modesty, spiritual strength. We focus on a little bit on physical presentation, because we believe that all of these things go together for making a very successful and confident young person that is growing into adulthood. I thank you for the time that you have spent in reviewing this application. We want you to know that we reach out to over 50 churches and organizations in this North Missouri region, and the need for the funding in this endeavor is truly necessary, not only to continue this opportunity for local young men and young women, but for expanding this mission outside of this region. We believe that there are other rural parts to be reached, and we want to be the tool and the avenue to reach those individuals. Just a little bit more about who helps us, partners with us, and supports us. Canvas 63 partnered with us this year in doing a fundraising event. Callio Logo Wear of Callio partnered with us in trying to help us move forward with our mission. And we also held this year a concert with Seventh Time Down, a national recording group And it was a really great time to bring awareness about the Power in Me conference to this North Central region. It was an exciting concert that we hosted over at Macon Crossroads Christian Church. And we're just thankful that we were able to get the word out about the Power in Me conference through that national group. It was so exciting, and we look forward to the future if we're supposed to bring back another concert connected to this conference and this mission. So once again, thank you. We hope that you will consider supporting it as I am supporting this mission right now, mostly through my Sew and Tailor 2 business. And I'm thankful to be able to provide that backing right now. But as we grow, I know that we need additional support and additional funding to get this mission off the ground a little bit more. And I hope that you will consider supporting through your grant opportunity. We appreciate and recognize all of the things that you do locally and around the state for individuals. And we just want to say thank you for letting your light shine in that regard and using your strengths to help others around you. Thank you so much.